Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of CamTalks. Today, I'm joined by...
Mr. Lange. Sorry, I had to take care of that first.
Of course.
Promised a group of kids.
Okay, you tell them about this?
Of course. You gotta spread the word.
Thank you.
And since they explained what that meant, I said, okay, I'll do it.
What does it mean?
You know, as far as I know, it has to do with mewing, which is making the jaw stronger, right?
Yeah.
And then they said something about doing the same for the lips. There you go.
Yes, I'm obviously your beautiful host, Cody. And yeah, hold an intro, Daniel. Sweet. Thank you for the intro, Daniel. Appreciate that.
That music.
Okay. First order of business. What do you do here?
What do I do here? Do a lot of things. More recently, I teach psychology, AP Psych, sociology, and developmental psychology and work experience education.
Sweet. I've taken 2 of those classes with you.
Yeah.
I took sociology.
AP Psych. Oh, you took Soc too?
Yep.
I didn't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, I had you first and third period.
That's right.
So on Wednesdays it was 4 hours of Mr. Lange.
Whew, I'm sorry. You survived.
It was not bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was not that bad. Yeah, I really liked psychology.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
So.
and I was somewhat surprised to pass the test, but
I was glad to hear that you passed it.
me too.
Because you had a chunk where you weren't there for a minute with us.
Yeah.
So when you told me you passed it, I was like, all right, let's go.
So psych's your favorite?
Psych's my favorite. It's what my degree's in. So if you could teach what your degree's in, it's always a good thing.
That's true, because that's a lot of study.
It's, yes, 4 years of psychology.
Why do you like it so much?
I had a really good intro to psych teacher in college, so that got me into it. And just being, this is gonna sound really bad, being able to manipulate the world and the brains around you, not necessarily manipulating the people, but knowing how it works. You can manipulate yourself.
That's
you can
true.
just alter things.
Like knowing how the brain works,
Right.
you can kind of gaslight yourself into being
Exactly.
happier, I suppose.
You know, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Honest, I'm not upset, and then eventually your brain starts releasing those chemicals and you believe it, yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah, I took that class because I was very interested in like mental illnesses and stuff, because that's what I struggled with for a long time. And so I figured, you know what, I've had a lot of experience with this. I wanna delve deeper, and I did. And now I feel like I might want to be a psychiatrist when I grow up. Yeah, but initially I'm like, oh, I want to be a neuroscientist.
Okay.
But then I realized I don't like school. So then it was
so
kind of,
psychiatry is a little less.
yeah, it's less school and also probably less advanced.
You won't have to quite dive as deep into the medical. There will be some medical you still got over there. This way he doesn't keep filming with the eye. You won't have to dive into as deep as the medical, but you'll still have to get your master's and certificates and lots of internship hours. That's why I don't have an MFT, because I was older when I started school. So,
attention all students. Christian Mendez, please come to the front office. Christian Mendez, please come to the front office.
heard it here first. Christian Mendez, the front office.
Front office right now.
Yeah, he's in trouble again.
Again? What do you do?
I don't know. You know me, I'm bad with names. I recognize the name, but I can't put a picture to it.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of Christians as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Question was just brought up earlier by Miss P.
By Miss P, she's throwing questions at us now.
Yeah. You work here with your wife.
I do. Lovely Miss Ida is a teacher at our school as well. She teaches developmental psychology and the little scripts. So when you see those preschoolers wandering around school going, wow, freshmen are getting shorter and shorter, they might not be freshmen, they might be preschoolers.
Good to know. Good to know. Do you ever, like, you said you both teach developmental psych?
We do, and we're lucky enough to have separate prep periods. So for example, first period is technically my prep, and she has developmental psych. So I teach, kind of co-teach it with her at the same time. And then second period's her prep, and I teach developmental psych, so she co-teaches it with me. So the students.
That's pretty cool.
It is. The students get 2 different perspectives, because her degree is in child development, so that's child development perspective, and then my degree, of course, is in psychology.
So like the 2 words of the class,
Exactly.
you know? Wow.
You got mom and dad in there sitting there giving you that, so if you're not comfortable with one of us, hopefully the other one you're comfortable with. And
I wish I
pretty
took
well.
that. That sounds awesome.
It's neat. I think all classrooms should have 2 teachers, as long as the teachers get along, because then you get more attention, right?
True. And you know, there's some teachers that you don't work well with.
Yeah, we're all people. Even
And-
teachers, I swear, they're people, they're not robots. Yeah.
And when you have those people you can't really work well with, you don't learn well, even if it's something you really, really want to learn about.
Or you have to do it on your own because you just won't communicate with that person, or they just personality differences.
That's like kind of how I felt when I first started taking Gov. Was like it kind of put me in perspective, because that was a class that was mostly discussion driven, and I was kind of taken aback by it at first, because all my other classes just felt like lecture, notes,
Right.
test, and this was, what do you guys want to learn?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
solid, but hard to adjust to. when
Of
you're
course,
used to it.
there's lectures and stuff, but it was really at the class's pace, and he made sure we asked questions and really understood what he was talking about.
And that's my one thing I hate about AP Psych.
Yeah.
We couldn't just stay in the realms that were like, oh, this is so cool, let's stay here for a whole month because we're governed by that college board, let's learn everything we can for the AP test. So some of the stuff we kind of like really went through fast, and I would love to stay more in that type of stuff, the fun stuff.
What's the thing that you would want to stay the longest in?
Like learning theory, Freud, of course, because Freud everyone loves learning about, because he's freaky Freud, right? He's a bit of a freak.
Yeah.
Some of his ideas, you're
Yeah.
like, wait, what? You don't like my mom? You're lying, Freud.
John really liked Freud.
John loves Freud, and if you know John, you know what we're talking about.
John Moline.
Yes, sir. He still talks about him because I have him in sociology. He'll bring up Freud in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a 2-year warrior.
He is. He had Dev Sci for 1 semester. Now he has sociology. He had AP Sci, and he's
Must
still
really like you.
He likes the subject. He likes the subject.
Yeah, you should be at home.
Yeah, just big one and awkward. You know.
Do you have any special talents that no one knows about?
Special talents that no one knows about. I could juggle if I have to. I could do balloon animals, but it's been a
Really?
long time. Yeah.
No way.
I used to work with from preschoolers all the way up to school age in childcare. And so, like, you're at a summer camp. Picture this. You're waiting in line for the bus because they only have like the 15 passenger bus.
Oh.
So you got 60 kids, so the bus has to go back and forth. Now you're there with like 25-year-olds, and you're like, I need to keep them occupied because they're driving me bleeping insane. So one day I grabbed a book on balloon animals and so I actually, if I have to, could make balloon animals. It's been years. It's been like 20 years, but
That's crazy.
I'd probably have to look up instructions because I don't have too many memorized anymore.
Are there like special balloons for it?
Just the long, stretchy balloons. I mean, same balloons, but how much you inflate them differs depending what you're going to make, because when you twist it,
Yeah.
it forces the air, right?
I've never really thought about that before, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, some of these people are wild with it. I was never that good, but I could do a sword, flowers, dogs. I know you're like a sword. I could do a sword, Mr. Lange. You just blow it up.
Man, I remember a while ago, there was some balloon animal artist, and they gave me a flower, and I gave it to one of my other friends, and turns out they were allergic to latex.
That's wild.
And yeah, I
And
mean,
they took the balloon knowing they were allergic to latex?
I'm not sure if they knew or not,
Oh,
but
so
it
they
turned
found out that way. Okay.
Yeah, and it was not good. I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I felt so responsible.
But see, now anytime they bother you, you just pull out a glove out of your pocket and go, do you really want to go there?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, latex allergies are funny.
Man, allergies are terrible.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm allergic to everything.
Really?
Like, I went to the allergist, and you know how they put those pricks on you, whatever?
Yeah.
I reacted terribly to every single one.
Oh, I'm
Every
sorry.
one. I'm allergic to all the trees, all the bushes, the grasses, and basically every animal with hair.
And that's why we're filming in a bubble for those of you who can't see the outside of this room.
I don't leave this room.
If you've seen him around campus, this is twin.
Yeah. Yeah, the allergist said I'm the most allergic person she's ever seen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
That's wild.
took 8 shots a week, allergy shots a week. 2 in each arm twice a week for about 3 years, and haven't gotten any better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just had to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Take this the wrong way. We had a dog like that, and I felt so bad because she was the most miserable thing.
Yeah.
She was allergic to grass, dust, basically everything.
Yeah.
And she would just sit there going, and like, yeah.
My dog, she has allergies. We have to give her allergy pills.
Did they find one that specifically had allergies just to match you to make you feel better?
No,
It was just
but
a
I'm
coincidence.
allergic to her. Yeah, I remember it was right as COVID was starting, and we were talking about getting a dog. I'm like, I don't want to get a dog. My allergies are so bad.
Uh-huh.
And then like 2 weeks later, here comes a dog. Like, wow, thanks guys. Well, I love my dog.
Yeah, of course.
She's
No, I
nice.
loved that horrible one that would have seizures and be allergic to everything, but I just felt bad for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sweet. Any other secrets that people don't know about?
Not that I could think of. You were in my class. We talk about lots of stuff in psych, and when I used to teach ITE, we used to talk about basically anything. The rule was I have the right to say no to questions, especially if I think they'll get me fired, but other than that, I'm pretty...
Yeah, I would have to
open with
agree.
that. So I can't think of any other secrets.
You got on a FCCLA shirt.
I do.
You mind telling me a little bit about that?
So FCCLA is the student-run organization that is part of the developmental psych preschool pathway. So students get to compete in competitions. They just finished their regional one, and they did elections, and then in a couple months they get to go to the state competition, which I think is in Riverside. And then if money is good and we have people who win there, they get to go to nationals. So this year that'll be in Seattle. Last year we all went up to Denver. Been a while. Again, Miss Ida knows more of that, so if you have questions, definitely seek her out that. I'm just slowly learning the FCCLA stuff.
So what does like a competition look like?
So there's lots of different competitions. There's culinary.
Mm-hmm.
We no longer have a culinary school, so we
Yeah.
tend not, class, which I also used to teach that. We no longer have that, so we don't have competitors in that. We had 1 year competitor in nutrition, so she came up with a plan for an athlete to help change their nutrition, to help try to increase their ability to run or something like that in athletics. There's activities on childcare, on teaching, on just about everything. So it's wild. You go and compete with other people. Sometimes it's as simple as, here's your poster, and they look at it and ask you questions. Sometimes you're literally going up and presenting in front of like a panel of judges. So you know how.
That sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, no, you kidding? I don't want to do that.
And those cool red blazers.
And those red blazers you see every once in a while. You got the FCCLA kids, they're red blazers, they're like, we're ready to go.
Was the person that got second, was that Caitlin Netherly?
I think so. You got a good memory.
Yeah, my
No
brother's
idea how you
close
know
with
that.
her.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. That makes more sense.
No, I should have just left it at that.
Yeah, and then I would have been like, wow, he sees and knows everything from his bubble. He's got the
I
screen.
get
whole
eyes
computers.
everywhere. This is one of my 30 cameras I have stationed in this room. All right.
Don't ask him about the other cameras around the school.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. This
No
has been nice. Thank you
long
for coming on.
conversation.
I
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Of
I'm
course.
glad we got the chance to showcase great Mr. Lange and all you do here. So
Okay,
thank you for coming.
awesome. Have a great day. Appreciate it.
See you next episode.